All right, welcome to Original Bacon. This is my fifth episode of Flash Review. This episode is called Plastique. A new metahuman appears in Central City with the ability to turn anything she touches into explosives. Barry catches her at the very beginning and is able to stop her, but Iris witnesses the whole thing, recognizes him in his whole uniform. She sees him not blurred and thinks that he smiled at her, and she is even more gung-ho to do her blog on the streak, is what she calls him. Barry is able to discover that the metahuman that attacked Betty Sansosi is a former military explosive expert who was changed by the particle accelerator explosion when it bonded bomb shrapnel while she was in the hospital to her body on a cellular level, making her into being able to either a human bomb or being able to touch anything she touches can change into a bomb. As General Wade Ellington hunts for Betty, Barry brings her to Star Labs, where the team explains to her how she got her powers, but unfortunately they cannot reverse the process. Joe ends up talking to Barry and telling him that he needs to convince Iris that she needs to stop researching the streak and that it's only going to put her in danger. And he goes to talk to her, and he only convinces her further that she needs to put her name on the blog. So then he ends up going to visit her as the Flash to be able to convince her to put down her blog, where she explains that Barry, her brother, or her adopted brother, used to believe in all this supernatural stuff, and that she's doing this as to try and rekindle his curiosity for the supernatural and to further create a bond between the two. And Joe apparently really wants Barry to confess his love to Iris, and that he wants her to, or he's been waiting for a long time for him to confess his love to Iris. While the team is away, Dr. Wells convinces Betty to kill Ealing so that he cannot exploit any metahumans. General Wade Ellington shows up at Star Labs. Apparently, he put a tracker on Betty and tracks her. She had like a bullet, but it was like a tracker pellet. And Barry took her away, and where they were testing her powers while Dr. Wells talked to the general and told him never to come back, only to tell Betty later to go and kill General Wade Ellington, because he won't stop until he hunts down all the metahumans to use them as weapons for the American government. Barry races to stop her from killing the general, but he's doesn't catch her in time. She has these little balls that she throws at them, at like his team, and it I believe it kills everybody except for the general. And she ends up creating a chain reaction where her body ends up becoming a bomb. And but Betty sets off several bombs around Ellington and his men, and I believe that kills them. Ellington manages to shoot Betty, which causes her body to turn into a massive bomb. Barry speeds off. Apparently he has to run at about 650 miles an hour is what they ended up figuring out, to be able to run on water so that he could take her away from Central City and drop her body in the water so it wouldn't kill anybody. And he runs to 650 miles an hour. Barry speeds off with Betty's body and drops it in the river to save the city from the explosion, this huge explosion. And then he has to turn around and outrun the shockwave. And he's able to outrun the shockwave. He gets around a corner of a wall and is able to stop, and the waves don't get him. And General Ellington visits Dr. Wells again, demanding that they work together to target all these metahumans after he saw what Betty could do and what Barry could do, as they did in the past, to collect metahumans. Dr. Wells refuses and warns Ellington to never return to Star Labs, otherwise he will kill him. In a flashback set 5 years in the past, Dr. Wells tells Ellington he is putting an end to their experiment. After Ellington leaves, Wells walks to a cage and tells that is labeled Grood that he has plans for him. If anybody doesn't know, one of Barry Allen's biggest foes was Gorilla Grood. It's a talking scientific ape. That'll be interesting to see how they portray him in the future. One of the last scenes in the episodes, Barry is going to talk to Iris, and he doesn't respect her doing the blog and is pretty mad at her doing it, and he says that they should spend some time apart. So creating a rift between the characters, and I guess that's to try and keep her safe, because Joe was worried about her knowing anything about Barry and being potentially targeted for information. So we'll find out what happens next time on The Flash. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel, and have a great day.